Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer, and welcome to my game of Forgotten Ruin, the adventure war game based on the 5 leagues from the Borderlands rule set. Today I am going to be playing what they call Field Exercise Number 3. There were 3 sort of intro scenarios for you to play to sort of get used to the game, and this is the 3rd and final one. Today I am bringing both of my squads, green and yellow, and a squad leader. So I've got 9 soldiers in all to the battlefield. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going up against 2 mobs, orc warriors and orc archers. And granted, they don't have bows and arrows, but these are the best I could do for right now. They will be trying to kill me, of course. The objective here is pretty simple. It says the objective is to move to the center of the table and have a soldier spin an action there, then retreat off your own battlefield edge. Well, that just means getting here and then getting back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say this tower in the middle here needs to be destroyed. So my squad leader, who is the blue one here, I'm going to say he needs to enter the tower, spend a turn to plant the explosives, and then they will have 3 rounds, we'll say 3, to get away before it explodes. Anyone within, let's say, 6 inches of it is going to be killed. And that's how I'll play this out. All right, it is my turn to go. The way this goes is you roll 1d6 for each teammate. I have 9, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to be rolling 9 dice, and this is called the fast phase. I'm looking for basically 1s and 2s. Even a 3 would work because some of my guys have a reaction of 3. So let's roll them here. All right, let's see what we got. We got a 2, a 2, a 3, a 3, and that is it. These can be assigned to soldiers to operate in the fast phase. Now blue has a 3. I will give him a 3 because I want him moving. Who else? My 2 fire team leaders each have a reaction of 3. So I'll give a 3 to one of them and a 2 to the other one. And each saw and the saw. The 2 saws will get the move this first turn. I want to get them into position to lay down cover fire. All right, so now they can move. The speed of all of my people is 5, except for the squad leader who has a speed of 6. So I'm just gonna 5 inches. And if you move in a straight line, you can do a dash for a bonus 3 inches. Or if you stop and turn, you can go for 2 inches. So you could go 7 to 8 inches depending on whether you're moving in a straight line. So let's go ahead and get blue going. Blue has a speed of 6. So if he sprints, he could get 9. He could get way far out there. But there's no cover. If he moves to here, there is no cover. Other than this, we don't know yet where the enemies are located. But he has a limited amount of time, so rather than do that, I'm going to move him into cover here. He's going to move over here, and he'll just touch it and take cover. Now, from this vantage point, he can kind of see them, but not really. They're both, I meant to do this. Both teams start in cover, so these guys will start over here. And these guys will start here in cover. So I can't see them, they can't see me. All right, he is done, so I will place his die. I'll turn it to a 6. That reminds me that he has taken his move. Over here, I've got 1 saw carrying, he can take 4 shots. His speed is 5. If he runs, he can do 8. Actually, I think the the saw gunners cannot move that fast. Let me see. The weapon will tell me. Because, yeah, there is a limit to it. Let's see what we got. Spells, enemy actions, armory. Here we go. Armory. Saw. The shooter cannot fire if they move more than half speed. Their shooting range is 18 if they move, 36 if stationary, and their speed is, well, it doesn't really say. It doesn't slow me down, so I guess he can move the full distance. I'm going to move him 5 plus 3 is 8. He is going to sprint all the way over here to this little tower and stay put right there, and he is done. Over here, green team, we want to. I'd like to get high up, and to do that, they're going to scale. So the first guy is going to move. He'll move into cover here, and he's done. And the saw machine gunner will also move here. And in the next turn, I'll have them climb. And I'll look up the climb rules. I'm pretty sure they'll be able to do it. And that is the end of the fast phase. So now what you do is you come over to the enemies. Now the enemies don't see me, so what I typically do is I roll for a random direction. And I need, well, I've lost my 10-sided die, so if you'll bear with me just a second, I'll get another one. I use a D10 for this because it can point in a direction. So we're going to move, and they move together. They sort of move together. So these guys are going to move this way. And it says here, but what I do is when they hit the edge, they just sort of slide along it. So they would move 5, and then they would move an additional 2. So 7 inches and all. So here's the 2. And then we'll just send them over 5. They're coming over here. All right. We'll send them this way. That initial randomness sort of gets me going as to are they going to try to flank, or are they going to go up the center? Now, these guys are the archers, by the way. These are the warriors. These are the archers. They're going straight up the center. Now, they stay in cover. They will not be able to get to here. So what they're going to do instead is they are going to, if they move 7, that would get this one here. They will move over here as best they can using the tower for cover. And then I'm just going to have them on their next round, they could probably start moving up. I don't like the archers owning the center, but that's how the initial roll was, so that's what we're going to do. Over to my side, I've got 2 guys here and 3 that are going to move in the slow phase. So for the slow phase, these guys are going to move up with their fellow soldiers, and they're done. And then these, I want them up on this tower here. So they will move up, and on their next turn, they're going to climb up here and provide cover for blue to get in and destroy this tower and get out. And that is the end of the turn. So I pick up my dice. I'm going to re-roll 9 again. We start back over with in fast phase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's see what happens. Oh, I got some good ones here. I got a bunch of 1s, 3 1s, a 2, and that is it. All right, good rolls. All right, I would like, well, obviously I'm going to give 1 to my commander. This mission needs to be done quickly. The rest of these I am going to give to these 3 so that they can get up on the tower and protect the commander or the squad leader. So the squad leader, if he runs straight, he can go 8 inches, which is going to put him perfect. Puts him right under here. So he would be able to move all the way under here and to cover, and he is done. All right, let's look up the climbing rules. Climbing is unusual. Climbing is on page 37. All right, climbing. Moving up and down vertically. Vertical terrain can be climbed by paying a movement cost equal to the feature height plus 1. So if you're climbing a 3-inch tall feature, it costs 4 inches of movement. Okay, characters cannot climb as part of a dash move. All right, so the height of this is to the deck. It looks as about. We'll say it's 3 inches. It's 2 3/4, but we'll just round to 3. 3 inches. So it actually costs 4 inches of movement. They will each move up and take their positions in here. And they've got half cover because they're in a tower here. And they are going to keep an eye out for bad guys, for their commander. And that is it. I'm just going to switch this to a 6 to indicate they have all moved. And that is it for the fast phase. So we come over here. These guys have decided they're going to flank. So they will move a full 5 plus 3 is 8, which gets them, and they're trying to stay in cover. So they'll all move up here. And I believe I will be able to see 1 or 2 of them. This guy right here spots movement, and they are out of range, and he's already taken his turn. So I see him coming to my left. So I will radio the saw guy that we got some guys coming on the left. Over to the archers. The archers also are sort of tactical. They want to control the center. They could try to get high, or they could go to the tower to try to climb the tower. Let's see which one they're going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a d6. On a 1 to 3, they want to come up here. On a 4 to 6, they want to go to the tower. I rolled a 1, but I tell you what, let me roll it again because it was catty-cornered. I rolled a 2, so good. No change in things there. So what they will do is the height here is 6 inches. So it will take 7 inches of movement. So they could totally climb up here on their next move. But on this one, they're going to start climbing. So this is 4 inches. So this one would go 4, 7. I'll just put him in here. I'll put as many as I can. And then what I'm going to do, I'll put 3, and then I'll put the other 3, I'll put 2 and 3 up on the tower. There we go. All right. So they are making their way up here, and that is the end of their turn. By the way, when they climb, after this one climbs, he can see one of my guys. So let me see which one. They can both see. The one near the door cannot. Now the range is, what is the range of the archers? I want to say that the range is 18, but I could be wrong. 58. Military weapons, range is in inches. I know what my ranged weapons are good for, but I don't know what the range is on the archers. I have not been able to find that. Let me look again. Range. Let's do range. Let's look up range and see if it has ranged weapons. No. Archers. Let's look up archers. Archer. 3854. All right, so page 38. Archer mobs. Nothing about range. Page 54. Mobs with weapons, archer mobs will find distance. Archers will always close it. Okay, doesn't say anything about range. Finally, archer mobs 41. Page 41. If it's not here, I'm just going to say range. Okay. Enemy archers shoot differently. Each figure receives 1 shot. They do not add their combat skill. Combat 0 for them anyway. Archers rely on volume of shots. Target is in cover. It takes a 6 or higher to hit. All right, so we'll do that. So there's 2 of them, and they'll each take a shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a d6. One of them will shoot at, we'll start on the closest would be the one on the far left. A 6 or higher, I rolled a 4. That one misses. This one shoots at the middle one. I rolled a 1. They miss. But they have given themselves away, so I know they're there. All right, now we come back over to my turn. These guys will go. They can climb. This is 5 inches, so it will take 7 in all to climb. So climbing, 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 and climbing. And honestly, they can't see anything. So these 2 I'm going to send over here on their next round, and that will be them. My saw guy, now here's the deal. I hate to put him in danger, but I got 5 bearing down on me here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move up into cover, and I'm going to shoot. I can shoot 4 shots in all. These guys are in the open. They are within range. And, all right, so let me look at this. The target is in the open is a 4+. Target is in cover. When a soldier is shot, 1+ combat skill. All right, the combat skill of my saw guys is +0, so there's no modifier. So we're just going to do this one shot at a time. First shot is going to be at this one right here. All right, so I need to roll a 4 or higher. I'll re-roll it. It's got to stay up on the thing. I rolled a 6. Let's see if it goes through his tough. Then you roll a d6, and on if you equal or beat its toughness, you kill it. Its toughness is 3, and I'll re-roll that. It was cockeyed. I rolled a 5, so this one is taken out, and I get a morale die for that, and I'll explain that in a minute. Second shot is against this one. I need a 4 or higher. I rolled a 4. Does it beat its toughness of 3? It does. This one is gone. Get another morale thing. Third shot will be against this one. I'm tracking the shots here. Third shot, 4 or higher. I miss. And fifth shot, same one. A 3 will miss. All right, so I took out 2 and 2 misses. And he is done. And it is now the end of the round. So I have to, did I move the captain? Yeah, I did. I need to roll morale. So what I do is I roll 2d6, 1 for each creature that was killed that turn. If I roll a 1, I believe it's a 1. Let me look up morale. Page 54. I think it's a 1. Morale. Every 1 causes a figure to flee in panic. I got a 2 and a 4, so nothing flees. And the bad news for him is he's partial cover, but hopefully I will be able to, during the fast phase, to get him 6 to get him back into cover. All right, we go back to the fast phase now. I roll my 9 dice. I got a 2 and a 3, and that is it. The rest of these will activate in slow phase. I need my captain. He can take the 3. Or my leader, my squad leader. And for the 2, I'm going to give it to the saw guy because I do not want to lose him. These guys are just going to have to hope the cover is enough to keep them from getting hit. All right. Because in this game, you move first, then you fire. So just keep that in mind. All right. The captain has enough speed to get in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move him out. He runs through the scaffolding into the tower to plant the explosives, and that will take 1 full round. Now these idiots, they see me go in there, so they know I'm there, so they're probably going to leave a couple to pick at me, try to pick me off. Saw guy, if I want cover, I have to move, but I'm going to go ahead and take my shots again at these 3. Well, actually, yeah, I can shoot all 3, or at all 3. First shot, I need a 4 or higher. I rolled a 5. Does it get through its toughness? It does. That one is dead. I get a morale roll. Second shot is at this one, 4 or higher. I rolled a 2, so I miss. Third shot, 3 misses. And then last shot, a 5 will hit. Does it get through its toughness of 3? I rolled a 2. It does not. And that is it. Now, when I did hit it, it gets a stun. And when it decides to move, it loses a stun. But if you get 3 stuns, you're knocked out of the game. So I will get a morale roll at the end of the turn. But these guys are going to get a chance. Well, they're not ranged. They're going to have to move in. So let's go ahead and do fast phase or creature phase. These 2 see him. They will move all the way up here. And that's really all they can do. They're hoping to, on the next round, they would be able to get in there and engage him. We'll spin this around to the archers. Now, remember, they have to move in about it looks like 2 will be able to take a shot, although this one could. If it were me, I would have 3 take 3 shots. I would have this guy climb, so he climbs up. He will be able to take a shot. This guy would be able to climb and take a shot. This guy would 3. Yeah, he would. They're going to get a lot of shots on my guys here. All right, so we got 3 there, and then the remaining 2 would move, and they will shoot as well. So I've got 5 archers shooting at those 3 guys. So let's do it. What I'll do is I'll start on the left and move this way. So this one will shoot at the closest. He needs a 6 or higher. I rolled a 1. He misses. The next one will shoot at the same guy. I rolled a 4. He misses. This one will shoot at the middle one. 3 misses. This one will shoot at the middle one. A 5 misses. And this one will shoot at the far right. And I rolled a 6. So he hits. Now that guy's toughness is toughness 3. Oh, okay. So on a 3 or higher, he's knocked out of the game. And I rolled a 4. So the far guy on the right is out of the game. He gets taken out. Now remember, I have unlimited soldiers or grunts for this game. I can replace him. But when you start leveling up or improving your men, you don't want to lose them. So losing them now, not so bad, but ultimately that's not what I want to do. All right, that is it for the enemy phase. Let's come over here to the, I will get a morale roll. Let's come over to the slow phase. These 4 cannot, well, actually this one can see, and this one can see. These 2 are going to continue to move, so I'm just going to move them over. They're going to try to get up on here, and that's their turn. This one can shoot at the tower. Now the tower, even though it's mostly, I'm still treating it as full cover. So again, it's in cover, and that means I have to roll a 6. Yeah, 6. So this guy will shoot at the one in the middle. I need a 6. I rolled a 1. He missed. This one will shoot the same one. 3 is a miss. All right, these 2 are done. These 2 can shoot. I'm shooting at the one in the middle. The one in the middle here will shoot at the one in the middle. I need a 6. I got it. Does he get through the toughness? He needs a 4 or higher. I got a 2, so he gets a stun token. And the other one will shoot at the middle one. Does he get a 6 or higher? A 6? Nope, he rolls a 1. So they are done. That is it for the slow phase. I'll collect my dice. Now I am down 1 hero, so I'm only going to roll 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll roll this. Oh, hold on. We got to do the morale roll. I rolled a 5, so nobody flees. And by the way, he lost his stun when he did that. All right. I need to roll. I need a bunch of 1s, 2s, and 3s. I got a 1, and a 2, and that is it. All right, Saul guy, you're going to have to do this. I'm going to give you the 2. The captain is going to activate. I'll give him a 1 so he can plant the charges. And then the other one I will give to this guy in the middle here. So Saul guy will fire 4 shots at these. First shot, I need a 4 higher. I missed. Second shot, that is a hit. Does it get through? 3 or higher. I rolled a 2. That one's stunned. And then third shot on the same one, hit. Does it get through? It does. This one's gone, and I've got a morale roll. And I've got 1 more shot on this one. I hit. Does it roll a 3 or higher? 6 will kill it. Done. Now these mobs act together, so technically I don't think there would be, technically according to the rules, one of these guys should flee. But they're kind of their own mobs, so I treat them like they don't know about the other, although they could probably see them getting killed. And Saul guy did really, really well. All right, he is done. This one will shoot at the one in the middle. I need to roll a 6 or higher. I rolled a 4, so I miss, and he is done. And then, like I said, the captain has planted the explosives. So what I'll do is I will put a red 3 here to indicate the countdown. When he, on the next turn, it'll go down to 2, then 1, and then boom. All right, enemy phase. This guy loses his stun token. So once again, they can see 2 guys. So they're going to get a good. They've got a. They're really entrenched here. We'll start with the left to the left. 6. I rolled a 6. Does he get through his toughness of 3 or higher? He does, and he kills this guy. Oh, man. All right. That's another one gone. He's done. All right. This one will shoot at the one in the middle, 6, and misses. This one will shoot 6 or higher and hits a 5, misses. This one down here, same thing, misses. And then last one, I rolled a 2 and misses. All right, that is it for the creature phase. We now have slow phase. These guys will take their shots. 6. They each needed 6. So shooting at the middle one, I'll re-roll that because it was catty. It misses. Second one shoots 6 or higher and misses. These 2 will manage to climb up here. And can they see? Yes, they can. They can see those 2 right there. So they will take their shots, 6 and 6. That's a miss and a hit. He'll hit the one on the far right, 3 or higher, and a 1 misses, and so they do not take them out. That is it for the slow phase. Slow phase. So now I roll 7 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I need that captain to get out of there. There we go. 1, a 2, and 2 3s, 4 3s. Oh, good. The squad leaders will be able to fire. Okay. Let's give the captain a 3. Let's give the saw guy a 2. Let's give this guy a 1. Actually, he can take a 3 because he's a squad leader, fire team leader. And then green, where did he go? Oh, is he out? No. Point. Oh, he's pointing. Which one is that? That would be that one. Okay, this one gets a 1. And I have another 1. I'll give it to this guy. All right, so let's see what we can do here. Let's get the captain. The captain needs to book out. He will sprint for 6 plus 3 is 9. He cannot get into cover. He would be right here. But what he can do is he can run around into cover here. Remember, the guys are radioing and they telling him where the fire is coming from. So he's right here. Now, he's going to call in his leadership. I get 1 leadership, what do they call it? A leadership, there's a name for it. Let me get it for you. It's called a leadership tactic. There's a bunch of them. The leadership tactics are on page... where are they? Leadership tactics. Here it is. They are on page... Where are you? Well, I'm not finding it. Sorry to make you sit there. Well, here we go. Leadership tactics are on page 48. Almost all of my guys have assault rifles. There is one called Light 'em Up. Every soldier carrying an assault rifle can can shoot twice. I'm going to use that one. So Saw guy will still get to go on this turn, but all the others who are carrying, he's got a saw. I forgot he gets to fire 4 times, but so that would be assault rifle, assault rifle, assault rifle. So I've got 3 assault rifles. So let's go with the saw guy first. So he is still in cover and he can see only 1. He's going to get 4 shots. Now that guy is in cover. So basically I need to roll a 6 or higher to hit him. and I got no 6s, so he misses completely. All right, so he totally missed. He's done. This one right here will get 2 shots at the one in the middle. He needs 6s. I got a 4 and a 1. He misses. All right, so he's done. This one right here will fire twice. Same target. 2 6s is what I need. 4 and a 1. He misses. Oh, and by the way, I forgot. Since we're on fast mode, this goes down to 2. And then lastly, this guy will fire 2 on the far left. He needs a 6. He has a 5 and a 2, so he misses. The archers, it's their turn. These 3 guys only have 1 target. Actually, this one sees the saw guy. He's the only one that can see him. He will fire. He needs a 6, and I rolled a 1, so he missed. These 2 will fire at the one in the middle. They need a 6. He rolls a 5. He misses. This one rolls a 3 and misses. These 2 see over here. They will shoot at the one at the pointer. Rolled a 3. He misses. And then the other one rolls a 5 and misses. All right. Slow phase. Here we go. My saw guy can take 4 shots. He will do that. He will shoot all 4 at the far one on the left until he's dead, and then he'll move to the right. So let's roll the first shot. Miss. Second shot. Miss. Third shot. Hit. 3 or higher. I rolled a 1. It misses. All right, and his 4th shot is a miss, so he is done. All right. This guy over here, he gets 2 shots. He has an assault rifle. I need 6s. I got a 6 and a 5, so he did hit the one in the middle. 3 or higher. I rolled a 5, and he takes that one out, which gives me a morale die. And that is it for the slow phase. And it is a morale roll for me, so I will roll a red. If I roll a 1, one of them is going to flee. It does not. So pick up. This goes down to 1. The captain is. If I don't roll any 1s, 2s, or 3s, the captain's not going to be able to get away from the tower by the time it blows. So I'm going to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need some 1s, 2s, and 3s. I'll re-roll that one since it went off. I got a single 1 and a single 3. The captain will take the 3. He gives the order to evacuate. He'll give this to this saw guy over here. Actually, no. He'll give it to this saw guy to go. So the captain can totally run 7 inches, which puts him all the way here. He's still... No, he's not got quite cover. So what I'll do is I'll just run here. I'll run into here. I'm inside here. And that will give me cover. He is done. Okay. Saw guy over here is going to get 4 shots on the one on the far left. First shot, misses. Second shot, misses. Third shot, misses. Fourth shot, misses. They all miss. All right. The orcs are in for it. Now, in a minute, this thing's going to be gone, which is going to free up a lot of visibility. Although there would be dust and debris and stuff like that. All right, let's do this. He will shoot at the saw guy. 6 or higher. He rolls a 2. This one shoots in the middle. Needs a 6 or higher. I roll a 2. This one shoots at the... They know we're coming over here. They'll shoot at the saw guy. Miss. And another one. Miss. So they all miss. And now it is slow phase. The saw guy went. Did I go? No, I didn't. I only had the 2. Okay, so now saw guy will fire here with 4 shots. He needs to hit a 6 or higher to hit, or a 6 to kill this one or hit him. And I got nothing. So he's done. Come over here. These 2 will take their shots. Each one of them gets 1 shot. First one rolls a 3 and misses. Second one rolls a 1 and misses. This one will take a shot. I rolled a 5 and they all miss. Let me pick up my dice. counts down to 0. Kaboom! This is removed. You know, it would crumble and there'd be a lot of dust and stuff, but we'll say they all hunkered down for a round to let the debris, and then when they come up, we're going to have us a little fight. Now, all I've got to do is get off the board to win, but I really do want to take these orcs out. So I'm going to go ahead and roll for the fast phase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reroll that one. I got a 2, a 2, a 3, a 3, a 3, and nothing. So my 3s, one will go to Saw Guy. Actually, Pointer, excuse me. One will go to this one right here. And the other 3 will go to my Commander. And the 2s can go to the Saw Guy and my Saw Guy over here. And that is it. All right, let's do this Saw Guy. He's only got 1 target, so he's going to take all 4 shots. And he needs a 6 to hit. I got a single 6. Does it get a 4 or higher, a 3 or higher? It got a 1, so he missed. Man, this guy has been useless. All right, so he fired. This one will fire, and he needs a 6 or higher. I got a 6. Closest one, is it a 4, 3 or higher? It is a 4, and we take this one out. We do get a morale roll. Saw Guy gets 4 shots. He will take all 4. On the orc on the far left, and misses all of them, of course. Just spraying bullets, but hitting nothing. This one will fire. He needs a 6 or higher. And he got it. On the far left, 4, 3 or higher, and he rolls a 4, and he kills one. That's another morale roll. And then lastly, my captain steps out. He has the assault rifle. He's going to... Actually, you know what? I hate to lose him. Although he's not gotten any upgrades. So let's go ahead and try to take out that one. Actually, what I'm going to do is move first. I'm going to move over here. Then I'm going to take a shot. 6 or higher. I rolled a 2 and he misses. But here we go. We're going to roll 2 morale dice after they take their turn. Now, the closest one is still him. So does he roll a 6 or higher? He rolls a 6. Does he get through his toughness? He does not. So he is stunned. This one right here will fire over here at Saw and rolls a 6. Does he get through the toughness? He does, and he takes out my Saw Guy. All right, now we do the slow phase, which is really just this guy. Actually, these two. They each fire. Do they get 6s? They do not. All right, morale roll. I need to roll 2 1s. Come on. I rolled a single 1, so one of them will flee. This one jumps down and gets out of dodge. And then lastly, we're back to fast phase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm only rolling 6 dice. 1, 1, 2, and the rest. All right. Saw Guy cannot see anybody. Captain orders him to get out of there. The captain orders this guy to get out of there. And he orders this guy who's wounded. We know this guy's wounded. So he will get him out of there as well. All right. So the Saw Guy will go a full 5 plus 3 is 8, which gets him to right here. He's done. Game's pretty much over. This guy will just climb down for cover. This guy will climb down and leave on the next turn. This guy will climb down, and that is it. That one over there will shoot. Needs a 6. He misses. Slow phase. I'm not going to do it. These guys will climb down, and that is the end of that. It doesn't really matter at this point. That archer, they all have cover. So let me go ahead and roll for the fast phase. 4, 5, 6. And the captain will use the 3 to get off. The 2 will go to the Saw who gets off. The 3 will go to this guy who will move here. And then the 1 will go to him. He will bail. And it's just at this point, next turn, these 2 would flee, he would flee, and that is it. So out of 9 guys, I did lose 3, which, you know, it happens. Now, this is not the true campaign yet. I'm not going to be keeping, I'm not yet keeping track of injuries and things like that. So, but it does say in the book that when you finish the 3 field exercises, you get 2 support points. So I'm going to write that in here, 2. I already have 5 story points. And so in the next episode, a week from now, I will be starting the actual campaign, which will consist of 12 games, 12 scenarios, and then a 13th scenario that will be against a big bad evil. And that's where I'll be tracking things like injuries and experience and stuff like that. All right, that's all I got. This is Jim the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me on this game of Forgotten Ruin. I hope you like it. I love the setting of modern military going up against fantasy enemies and stuff. And I can't wait to see what happens in the campaign. So I hope you'll join me. All right, everybody. See you in a week. Take care.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.